You've probably heard the saying, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. This couldn't be more accurate when you're flying on a luxury jet. These sky-high mansions redefine air travel, leaving behind any thoughts of cramped seats, limited legroom, or unappetizing in-flight meals. On one of these opulent private jets, the journey itself becomes an adventure. Imagine vast bedrooms, state-of-the-art bathrooms with powerful showers, top-notch entertainment systems, and gourmet kitchens. All this, plus a dedicated staff ready to cater to your every whim. Let's dive into the opulence of the world's most expensive jet. If you could afford first class, why settle for economy unless you have a super fancy private jet? Thankfully, most wealthy folks have already solved this dilemma by buying planes that match their lavish tastes. The U.S. President's official aircraft, Air Force One, is an incredible piece of technology. Outfitted with the latest defense systems, it also serves as a flying embassy, hosting distinguished guests and projecting American power and confidence worldwide. Today, we're exploring what makes Air Force One so unique. First, it's important to clarify that Air Force One isn't a specific plane. Instead, it's the air traffic control call sign for any aircraft carrying the sitting president. Typically, this is the recognizable blue and white jet we've all seen, but once the president is no longer on board, it reverts to its regular call sign. This naming detail famously affected Richard Nixon in 1974. After his resignation, his plane switched from Air Force One to SAM 2700 mid-flight as Gerald Ford became president. This naming system was established after a 1953 incident where air traffic controllers couldn't distinguish between the president's plane and a commercial flight with the same number. President Eisenhower was the first to use the Air Force One call sign. Our modern concept of Air Force One was largely shaped by President John F. Kennedy. He commissioned a specifically modified Boeing 707 inspired by his flair for political theater. His wife, Jackie Kennedy, often gets credit for the classic blue and white design, but French-born designer Raymond Loewy, who also created the Coca-Cola bottle, played a significant role. He designed the United States of America logo on the plane based on the typeface used in the U.S. Declaration of Independence. Kennedy was very fond of Air Force One, calling it his baby. Tragically, it was the plane that carried his body back to Washington after his assassination in Dallas in 1963. It was also where Lyndon Johnson was sworn in as president, a moment captured in a haunting photograph with Jackie Kennedy by his side. Air Force One isn't just for serious moments. There have been some lighter ones as well. President Gerald Ford stocked the plane with his favorite Coors beer, which was hard to find in Washington, D.C. Ronald Reagan, a fan of jelly beans, always had jars of them on board, and he even practiced his golf swing on a putting green during flights. Today's Air Force One consists of two identical Boeing 747-200B jets with tail numbers 28,000 and 29,000. These planes are designed to be nearly self-sufficient with their own fold-out staircases and baggage handling equipment. They can refuel in mid-air, ensuring they can stay in the sky indefinitely if needed. The crew undergoes rigorous security screenings and gets to know the president well, creating a unique bond. The onboard cuisine is far better than standard airline fare, thanks to two kitchens that can prepare gourmet meals for up to 100 people. The plane also carries enough food for 2,000 meals, with supplies sourced discreetly to avoid tampering. It even has a state-of-the-art medical facility with an operating table, a fully stocked pharmacy, and a doctor on call 24/7. Blood supplies matching the president's blood type are always available. Communication is key on Air Force One. It features 85 secure phone lines, several two-way radios, and a fax machine. The president and staff have access to 19 television sets and ultra-fast internet, ensuring constant contact with the ground. The plane's 238 miles of internal wiring double that of a regular 747 and supports its extensive electronic systems. Defensively, Air Force One is equipped with advanced technologies to protect against threats. Its thick armor can withstand nuclear fallout, and the fuselage has systems to confuse enemy radar and missiles. Additionally, the plane often carries the nuclear football, a briefcase with the codes needed for a nuclear strike. Operating this high-tech aircraft isn't cheap. A Freedom of Information Act request revealed that it cost the U.S. taxpayers about $206,000 per hour, with fuel alone costing $80,000 per hour. Despite the cost, the symbolism and prestige of Air Force One are invaluable, frequently featured in movies and symbolizing American leadership. While many of Air Force One's features remain classified, it's fascinating to imagine what this flying fortress is capable of. For instance, movies often depict the president escaping in a private pod, though the Secret Service denies such a feature exists. But who knows? The real Air Force One might have even more secrets up its sleeve. So there you have it. Air Force One is not just the most expensive plane ever made, but it's also a flying White House, reserved for the president and top officials. Its unmatched features and exclusive nature make it truly one of a kind. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of luxury aircraft, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.